everyone. Even though there's no one here yet. Just doing some final touch-ups here on the model. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is starting on the lighting. Just cleaning up the windows here. So on the bottom part here of the primary ring, I've got my 5mm white LED. It's going to have, let's see here, I think one in the center here, just pointing up to light up this section here, the promenade deck. And then I got 3mm white LEDs to light up the smaller windows along the bottom here. So what I'm going to do with this first one here is use my glue gun. That in place. I didn't do a live stream yesterday because I spent the day just finishing up all the windows, and I painted the hull its final color. So as you can see, everything's all painted, ready to go, including the Defiant. But this is going to be for another live stream. That's going to be a fun one to do. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so one thing you got, have your battery pack. Make sure you test the light. You know, it always helps to test the lights to make sure they actually work before you actually put them in the model. I've had that done before. Then I do a lighting test after I got the model together. This is years ago. Ended up having to tear the model all apart and replace the lights that didn't work. That sucked. That really sucked. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, because I can have lights here, here, and here, all pointing towards the windows. And then I'm going to have a ring of lights along the outside here. So it's like this. Because this is going to be extremely well lit. Okay, and this is what it looks like. You know, if I had like 3 cameras, like one above, one over here, that one, that'd be pretty cool. But gotta make do with what we got. Okay, so this center part here is now lit. Now I'm just going to work on these areas. And for those areas, 5 mil is a bit too big, so I'm doing the 3s. So I got so lights pointing this way, and these ones point this way. Oh, okay. Yep, it'll work. It'll work. Another route you can go is to do fiber optic lines. But for this instant, and this type of model size, I tried doing that before. And even though I did buy in the past a fiber optic kit of the DS9 station. This is like when it first came out, like the first edition. It never did work out that right, as well as I thought it would. So I just opt to use LEDs, and they work fantastic. So this is the way I got the LED there. But for me, it's also personal preference to use LEDs. It's faster to install. It's a little more economical too, because fiber optics can get pretty expensive. And the lights here that I got are really cheap because they came from China. Let's just do a test fit here. Make sure there's not going to be any issues here with the lights. Nope, perfect. Just the right height. And one more. When I order from China, I order in bulk. Now, I wish this camera would focus, but I got all the pins oriented just right, so it makes it easier to wire them up. Like on the inner side are all the negatives, outer side is all the positives, so it makes it easy to wire it up, or easier. Now for this one here, like these lights are pointing this way. On this side, I'm gonna have the lights pointing this way. So just remember, negative on the inside, positive on the outside. tighten these pins down a bit. Cut them on an angle so I still know which one's positive and negative. Come on. You know you want to work. There you go. Good. I'm only using 3-volt power source right now. 6 volt with just like 2 lights would be too powerful and they would burn out. That's only for testing anyway. Eventually, though, the model will be powered by a 6-volt power supply. Looking good. Looking good. And this ring is almost done already. Makes it tough. This thing doesn't want to work right. Oops. Dropped it. I know when you're not supposed to do that, but that's what this is for. It recoats. There we go. See? Nice and shiny tip again. There. When it gets black like that, it's hard for this to really work. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. When you solder legs together, do a light test. Light test, light test, light test. Laundry's done. Last row of lights here. And then when I get all these connected, do another light test. So I'll be using 30 gauge wire, really, really thin stuff. You know, like the speaker wire, that kind of wire. Just because like the space in here is really limited, plus that kind of wire is really easy to use. So there we go. Now, where did I put my wire? Good gravy train. Oh, dude, looking right at it. Best place to hide it, right in front of you. I put this Velcro around it here to keep it from splaying out everywhere. What I like about this wiring here is that multicolored, which is perfect. So, but for now, like I'm just going to be using red and black. But when I use the flasher LEDs, I will be using different colors, probably like green and blue for positive and negative. Now, for these little pins here, these extra pins that I cut off, save those. These things are a godsend. They sure save on wiring, especially when you're building a circuit. Those are indispensable. So I need black. I need my reading glasses to see properly here. I'm an old man. So black, obviously negative. See, I only need wire to connect the farther ones. These I will use just to connect in between here, in between those ones. And wiring, of course, to go in to connect up all these. But basically, most of this is going to be done with these cut-off pins. Now for this kind of wire, you just very light pressure and poof, comes off. You don't need to cut all the way through the rubber, just because these things are so fine. There's only one strand. It's not like a dozen strands under there. Tweezers. Told you this is the fun part. I love building models. Of course, it's the fun part when it works. Whoops. There we go. Oh, yeah. Giggity giggity. All right. Whoops. Still long enough? Yep. You put too much pressure on it, and you're just going to snip the wire right off. That's called tinning the wire. Just gets it ready for soldering to the pin here. Sup, time? Hey, I'm still waiting to hear your mailing information so I can send you whatever it is you want. You want a cup or a t-shirt? Since you won the contest for winning or for naming that ship, that last model I built, I want you to pick your prize and then I'll have it mailed to you. So just use my modelbuilder501@gmail.com email. So the link, you can go to any of my videos. The link to the Teespring store is there for you. Just go on the store there. I mean, you can get more than just a t-shirt if you want. You can get a coffee mug or a coaster, shower curtains, whatever, with the designs I have available. Wouldn't be much of a contest if you didn't win something, right? That's the whole point of the contest. Unless you mailed me and I just didn't get it yet, or I didn't read it. Okay, that's all the negatives there that I need to do. Now, I'm going to get the red here for the positive. Mm. And another benefit with these smaller wires is it looks a whole lot neater. Well, meowed. Wire's still too long, so I gotta shorten it down. One sucky part about it is they break really easy. But that's still okay. Because I got lots of wire to work with. Looking good. There, you can see. You can see the wiring there. Okay, now got all these extra pins here. With these for now. So you get 10 of these first. Get them ready. Those are ready. It's kind of tricky because you're fighting yourself trying to stop melting the plastic. It does happen, but it's an easy fix. Okay. I don't need overly long ones. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. Oh, well, that went somewhere. I have no idea where. Oh, mielled. Okay, what do I need to do here? So the glue popped off, so we just got to remelt it and reset it. That's all we got to do. Okay, so 3 lights there, all connected. Before we go too much further, let's just do a quick lighting test. Looks good. Don't everyone chat at once here. I mean, if there's something I'm doing that you can't see very well, obviously, and you have a question about, please ask. It's another reason why I'm here. That's the whole point of my channel. Anybody has questions, and if I have the answer to it, I will give it. And it won't cost you a penny. How about that? And what I like about these, you can form these pins really easily to what you need. Mostly self-taught before I discovered YouTube. So I've been doing modeling now since I was about 6 or 7. So I've been doing it for a good couple of days anyway. And I've been learning from other YouTube channels, and then an adaptation to how they do it. Like when it comes to like weathering a ship or something like that. One of my favorite channels you guys should check out is Interstellar Modeler. Never really heard of it defined that way before. Sourciness. It's handleable. Handleable. Is that even a word? It depends on their power source, the size of your LEDs. It's like I need to do one more quick lighting test here. I just need to make sure because sometimes I get, okay, that's not right. Okay, so what's going on here? Positive on the outside. Negative on the inside. Oh, I didn't hook that up yet. Yeah, that would do it. That's too long. I need a shorter one. This might work. No. There we go. There we go. I wish I had. I know I got needle nose tweezers here somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Now let's try the lighting test here. Aha! There we go. Yep. Half of it's done now. The lights don't appear very bright. That's just because I'm using a low power source right now. But trust me, once you get the 6-volt power source on here, this thing's going to light up like a Christmas tree. It's going to be beautiful. That's not right. And for those of you that don't know, go check out my new website called Epyc Models, EPYC instead of an I. epycmodels.com. That's right, I'm plugging my website. It's not even a week and already getting clients. Okay. Okay, let's see. So I've got just got here to here to do, and then I run a line to these sections here. Oops. No, not long enough. Too long. You gotta make sure you got enough solder. Crack the model open in order to find out what's wrong. I don't really want to do that. Sometimes the glue just doesn't want to stick. There. All right. So get up to here. All right. Another light test. Ho ho ho. Looking sexy. here. Well, my favorite series is the original. I grew up on it. The original Enterprise will always be my favorite ship. And the cast will always be my favorite. Not to mention William Shatner is Canadian, eh? Like me, eh? I believe he was born in Edmonton, Alberta, in 1933, I think. Yeah, I kind of know a little bit about the characters and the people that played them. I'm not obsessed or anything, of course. No, not at all. Not to the point where I'd be a Sheldon and all these celebrities would have to have restraining orders against me. If you watch The Big Bang Theory, you know what I'm talking about. I guess my second favorite would be The Next Generation. Well, if you're for pre-drilled holes, if you're talking Enterprise refit model, the the medium-sized model comes with pre-drilled holes, and the 350 scale model comes with pre-drilled holes. Not really a whole lot more, really. You have to do yourself. Very good. Almost done with this outer ring. One more link to do. Wait a minute. No, I don't. They're done. I think they're all done now. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to take the wires from this in here, and I'm going to run them up in here. So I just need to get the right size here, the length, I mean. Gonna look pretty sexy. What I do, it breaks, I fix for nothing. You just pay for the build and my time and the supplies, and that's it. Any repair work, that's all on me. Around here to go in, because in here, when you get the arm in here as well, they got a great big gap here for wiring to fit into the main body. So I'll save that for something else, and I need a longer stretch of wire. Well, actually, I'll just take it off of this part here. I'll just go through. I'll just take it off of this part here. I'll just go through here into here. So let's make it a little bit longer than what I need. If I'm not explaining myself properly, just get me to re-clarify. Sometimes I can't find the words that I need to say. I get so caught up in the model. Okay, so I'm going to go positive here. To positive here. And let's see, negative. I'm not too sure what these wires are rated for, but I wouldn't go much higher than 9 volts with these tiny wires. But you don't need 9 volts to power this model. 6 is plenty good enough. Now I can use this one I had for the other. I can link it up. That's a lot of windows to do. But then I don't drill out every single window for a Galaxy class. I do every other window. Just so it makes it look like, some of the window, there's some people in the room, some are not, that kind of thing. For me, in my opinion, it just adds to the realism that you want to get out of it. Okay, now I'll do the negatives. Try and keep the wires out of the way of the windows as much as I can, anyway. I'm just going to connect this up to that. Probably just use these pins here for that, eh? Yeah, let's do this. Yep, hang on. Oh. Okay, what am I supposed to be looking for? You're in my live stream, so I don't need to invite you. You're here. Silly boo. Silly. You're just so silly. light test here. Cross your fingers. Oh yeah. Just tie this right into the model here. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, turn that off so you can see. Here we go. Looks good. Turn on. Here we go. You can see the in there, I think. Well, it's hard to see. The camera just won't show. Okay. So this center ring is now complete. So I'll start with this side here, work my way this way. And when I get up to this point up in here, these lights here are a little bit too thick, and I have to use my my Dremel to shave them a little bit flatter so that they can fit along the arms here. No, too high. Yep, that'll work right there. Okay. Actually, okay. Hey, nice. More fans from all over the world. Yay. How's it going? A little bit too long. I think this is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 6 lights for this section here. About 1, 2, 3, 4 for this section. And then I'm going to have a bunch of lights in here facing out towards these windows here. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing here as I did for the inner. I'm going to have the negatives pointing on the inside, positives on the outside. Okay. And I just tie them in one after the other there. So for here, I need to tin the tips. And again, other modelers would use fiber optic lines going to the windows. I find it, that's all fine and dandy. But for me, I don't like fighting with fiber optics because they snap and break really easy. If this model was like bigger, sure, I'd put fiber optics in, but I find that this model with just LED lighting works just as well as a fiber optic lighted model. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6. Yep. We'll take 6 on that one section of windows. Should take 5 on that one. Perfect. I don't think that could be any better. Holy cow. Now we'll glue the rest of these in place. Quick lighting test. Oh, it's working! Like young Anakin Skywalker would say, it's working! It's working! Now, sometime in the future, I'm going to be building more Star Wars ships. Like, I've already got Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and all that stuff done. But I'm going to be working on eventually the Millennium Falcon and a Star Destroyer, the whole works. But those models from Bandai are extremely expensive, and I got an issue with that. Years back, when I bought the Millennium Falcon, it wasn't even close to being $100, much less over $400. I find that a little bit excessive on Bandai's part for charging for a simple model. Ah, poop. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a lot of greed happening there on Bandai's part. It doesn't cost them hardly anything to make the mold for it, and that's kind of messed up. But eventually I will get one. It's just a matter of when I can afford it. Okay, I need, for my Patreon is to help get funds to be able to buy these expensive models to build for not only my enjoyment, but for yours as well. Oh, this light is being stubborn. Okay. No, that's not right. It's going to be right about here. So I got the pricing is pretty reasonable on my Patreon. The lowest I could get per month is $3 a month, and the highest is I think it was $20 a month. And that money is strictly, and I mean strictly, used for supplies, models, and that's all it's used for. So I'm not gonna like go out and party. I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and I enjoy passing on my knowledge to you guys. That's the sole reason for my. Only took 4 for that line. Okay. All right. What I need to do here. Actually, I'm just going to finish this slide here first and then do the center. Well, I would do one of those if they have a model kit out for it. Eventually, though, I will be getting a 3D printer. And then I will definitely be able to make real customized models for anybody that wants one. Of course, I got the programs on my computer to design them in 3D. I just got to get busy in learning the program. I already found the 3D printer that I want to buy. And then it comes down to the almighty dollar. Another reason for my Patreon. But then definitely check out my website too. It's a lot of good models on there. I don't just do spaceships, as I do model cars. I got this great big 1/8 scale model Camaro. That model is over 25 years old. I relit the model with LEDs because when I built it, it had incandescent bulbs in it. Eventually, they all burnt out. But this model, the brake lights work, the signal lights work, emergency lights work, the hood lights up. It's exactly like a car. I just wish I had the motor working. That'd be cool. But it's really quite a big model. The dome light inside works. The dash lights up. the buttons and everything lights up. If you guys hang around, I'll bring it out for you to show you what I'm talking about. So for now, I'm just going to get this one arm done, and then we'll call it a day. And then I'll have another live stream tomorrow, because I'll have all the other arms done. And we are going to light up, I think these must be weapons platforms because the torpedoes come out here. The tips here, if you watch the show, they blink red. So I'll show you how I'm going to light those up tomorrow. And we'll get this section here lit up as well, be just above the fusion reactor. So I need 1, 2, 3, 5, one more light. No, that's fine. All right, I've got to glue this all down into place. Okay, connect these. Let's see here. Where's the red? Red and black. There. Okay. Actually, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Still long enough, though. Okay. Okay. Light test. Very good. All right. So now, right here. So anyway, this is what it's looking like so far. We'll just finish up the lights here, and then we'll call this live stream a day. Sometimes these lights just don't want to play nice. tomorrow I'll bring out my model Camaro that I was talking about earlier, and show you how I lit that up. So, see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.